Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. You know me, I'm Tom. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, well, let's get started. Happy Labor Day. First off, for everybody out there enjoying themselves at the beach, the mountains, camping, or just chilling out at the house with family and friends. I just also want to say thank you very much, Mark and Brandy, Mr. and Mrs. Eastwood, for inviting me to your bonfire party. That was awesome. I had a good time, stayed up till 1 o'clock in the morning, and that was day 10 of not smoking. All right. Well, guess what? Today is day 11 without smoking any cigarettes. That's right. But I added a whole bunch of other things to it because the big issue that I had when I visited the VA medical center and got a full workup and makeup done. The bottom line was I had high blood pressure. That's pretty much the bottom line, okay? So I had to go through a whole crash course of saying, well, what is it going to take for me to lower my blood pressure and also quit smoking and also quit a whole bunch of other things too, okay? But before we get started, do you know what time it is? Oh yeah, it's a holiday. Everybody, hopefully you're not have to travel too far where you got to go to get back home, because tomorrow is go back to work day. But this is going to be a one beer video, and salute to all the hardworking men and women out there. Here's to you. Okay, I want to just recap what the whole thing started with me stabbing myself with my hand. I went to the VA. They gave me a bunch of shots for infections and, tetanus and all this stuff. And then I finally just made a decision that I needed to start getting my blood work, and I needed a full physical. I haven't done it in so long. When I started that process, so many things came to light about my personal health. First off, I wasn't dying, okay? I'm not dying. But there's too many trigger indicators health-wise that led me to believe, once I started getting all the blood samples and all the blood work back, and plus the initial visit to the VA outpatient clinic in Raleigh, North Carolina, that the high blood pressure was a real problem, okay? It started becoming a real problem because I had actually level 2. In other words, it was not good. The numbers were not good. I actually hit 182 on the high side on the second day after visiting them the first day and doing all the blood work, the tests, and all this stuff. So I peaked because the bottom line is I had too many stimulants in my body, and those were nicotine, caffeine, sugar, refined sugar, and all kinds of carbs, and just different bad food choices, and also cigarette smoking and stuff like that, and of course drinking. Obviously, I still love my beer, can't help myself there. But let's go over a bunch of numbers, because I think this is really important, because I'm going to give you an indication of what I've done to bring my blood pressure down to a reasonable number in a very, very short period of time, and also how I quit smoking cold turkey and took a bunch of things that I normally took for granted out of the equation. Okay, so let's go down the numbers. All right, but before we get started, here's mud in your eye. Okay, the whole blood pressure thing. Now, for years, I've always said that I want to quit smoking. I had to quit smoking. Everybody around me told me, Tom, you need to quit smoking. You're too old to keep smoking. And I listened. Let me just say it that way. I listened, okay? I'm listening more about everything else too, because I have a lot of other people in my corner now are giving me all of this extremely high-end nutrition advice. And, I'm being flooded with all these suggestions about your opinions what it takes to reverse all the ill effects of so many years of basically just abusing your body, okay? But here we go. When I first went into the VA, they told me you got high blood pressure. They didn't even tell me what the numbers were. And that was twice. The one in Durham and outpatient in Raleigh. Neither one of them actually told me what my blood pressure was. They just said, yours is high, really high, okay? So they ordered me a blood pressure machine, also nicotine patches, and I had a rash, and they sent me some ointment for that. Plus, I got tetanus shot. I got a big booster shot in my butt, a bunch of antibiotics and shingle shots. I got all this makeup. They made up for all the lost time. I made up for all the lost time that I was never in the hospital system. Boy, did I make it up, because they shot me with everything, okay? I think my butt still hurts. But the whole point is I went through it, okay? And I stool sample, everything. I got everything back, okay? I'm basing all this on that information, okay? All the numbers, okay? I'm going by, I'm a numbers guy. So I'm going looking at the blood work, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that, I'm looking at the numbers of high blood pressure, I'm looking at numbers, okay? And then you've got to be able to dial those numbers into where you can have a favorable outcome based on your life choices, okay? So that's really where I'm at. I'm basing all my numbers on life choices. So I quit everything. Coffee. I'm on day 16. No coffee, no sugar, no salt, no cigarettes. 11 days, okay? No cigarettes. Cold turkey. I took the patch off 6 days ago. Just didn't need it. The bottom line is I just redialed my brain in. I just don't, smoking is off the table. Yeah, do I think about it? Not much anymore. It's kind of funny. And it's only been on day 11. So with that in mind, the high blood pressure thing, I said I had to kick that in the butt real quick, because they really told me it's a lifestyle choice. High blood pressure is a lifestyle choice. So here's the deal. I've been taking my blood pressure every single day, twice a day, okay? For basically 11 days. Now, I started off with really high numbers, okay? Really, really, really high numbers. 159 over 83, 156 over 69, 163 over 82, just crazy numbers, all high. My target is 130 over 85, okay? The high side, 130, the low side, 85. Okay, now, with that in mind, and also to your heart rate, your beats per minute too. There's another whole thing with that, but I won't get into that right now. But let me just say this. After, let's say, day 8, we're on day 11 for me, okay, with the no smoking. But here's my numbers let's just go the last 6 days, okay? Well, wait a minute. I'll tell you what. I'll put it right between a spike. I had a spike one day, and I had to figure out where that spike came from. But on the 30th at noon, I was 139 over 93. A weird flip of the numbers, okay? Remember, low side is supposed to be 85. I'm 93. The high side is supposed to be 130, and I'm 139. So I'm dialing it in, you see, but the bottom number, for some reason, got escalated, okay? But here's the interesting fact. Then very, very, very next day, I waited 24 hours, okay? 24 hours. And here are the numbers. And this is working, and I had a really busy day at work, did a bunch of maintenance calls and stuff, but I was 153 over 62. Yeah, remember, 139 over 93, 153 over 62, then 147 over 71, and this is when I started dialing stuff in, 140 over 76, 140 over 74, 129 over 64. You think I'm dying in reverse, okay? I got ultra low blood pressure, right? Well, okay, here's what I did. I went out all day long today. I went everywhere. I went to the farm and unloaded the van. I got hot, I got sweaty. I was drinking a bunch of water. Remember, I'm drinking so much water. I drank 8 bottles of water a day, and I've been drinking 8 bottles of water a day for the last 15 days, okay? The last 15 days. 8 bottles of water for the last 15 days. I've already been told my face is thinner. I'm leaner. I'm definitely leaner. I'm telling you that right now. But I came back from walking all day at the mall in Tanger Mall outlet up there in Mebane, where the farm is in that area. And I came back, and this is after having a big lunch, nothing but vegetables, a salad, 1 piece of chicken, and a small piece of whole grain bread. I came back in. Are you ready for this? This is my blood pressure as of today at 3:30. 131 over 63. That's right. I went from 182 over 79. Actually, it was a lot higher than that on the low side, but that's where it hit the first time, and then it fluctuated a couple times. But the high side was 182, and I brought it down to 131. Okay, time for a beer. So, I think the moral of this story is this: I'm not a nutritionist. I'm not an expert in really anything when it comes to this whole nutrition thing when it affects your body. But I mean, I know right and wrong. You know, if you eat ice cream, or you eat deep fried whatever, or you go to fast food restaurants and you eat a lot of processed foods. That's the big thing. I quit eating processed foods 2 years ago. And also remember, boys and girls, I stopped eating red meat 2 years ago. All right, so I was already in the mental mode of doing this, okay? I just didn't know how far this had to go, or what the extent was to this entire, regaining my health, trying to, pack on as many years of quality life as I possibly can. So that's what this has been all about. And I feel a lot of difference. My taste buds are much better, obviously. My eyesight's actually clearing up. It's weird. I can see a little bit better. I used to use these for almost everything. I mean, I could read this if I want to without glasses. Before it was really blurry. Okay, so that's clearing up a little bit. Definitely, I'm leaning out, my face, everything like that. My throat is so much clearer because I don't drink cream anymore in my coffee or sugar, and had caffeine. It choked my throat up all the time. I was always, doing one of those numbers, and the smoking didn't help. Okay, so now my voice is a lot more clear, and I also breathe better, and plus two, have a lot more energy. So you already know that was going to happen regardless. Plus two, I'm on an extremely heavy, all natural mega dose of cod liver oil and fish oil. I know for a fact from so many people telling me this, that this is so very beneficial for lowering blood pressure, is fish oils. Okay, so I'm into that. Now, I've had to eliminate all white food. So the bottom line is cornbread, any corn product, wheat. Not wheat, because I'm not lactose intolerant, or whatever. I don't have any allergies or food allergies. Okay, no peanut allergies. I don't have no allergies. But the thing is what those foods have is those saturated fats and the sugars and the bloody salts. I cannot find food that almost has zero of those two items. It's impossible because of the way our manufacturing and shipping and packaging and all these different things, how we have to bring food to the American consumer on their plate, on their when you go out shopping, the bottom line is you're looking at, if you go to Walmart, Target, Harris Teeter, wherever, Trader Joe's, if you don't have specifically an aisle that you can go to that you already know that these products have less sugar, less salt, less carbohydrates, just all these different things that are not good for your body, then you really are then just looking because this is what you like to eat, and then down the road you say, oh shit, that even though I enjoyed it, it's killing me. So that was kind of what was going on in my world too, is that certain foods are killing me because I didn't realize it, but now I do. So I changed the whole diet thing. I completely went just basically multiple packs of vegetables and fruit. That's number one. And then I had to really switch out to more organic, like wheat, stuff that's multi-grain, 21 grain bread. God, definitely, yeah. And it also changes the way you go number two. I promise you, you will change the way you go number two. And then looking at different like tuna, salmon options. So there's so much stuff that's going on with me going cold turkey. This, like I said, this all started right at 3 weeks ago when, like I said, I stabbed myself. And then this whole roller coaster ride of people in my ear, the devil's advocate on my shoulder saying that at my age, 65 years old, now is the time. If you don't do it now, you never will, and then you will regret it and you'll probably lose 10 years on your life. So, oh, by the way, this is my cool Puma hat. Tanger Outlet Mall, $20. Oh yeah, $20 is badass, man. What's up? What's up? Oh yeah, oh yeah. Everybody likes my shirt, man. Every time I go out, everybody likes this shirt, man. Porsche, baby. Porsche. Okay, this is the way we're doing this. This is going to be the new routine, and I will keep you guys in the loop on this one, because you know what? It doesn't hurt that all of you start looking at some of your lifestyle choices and figuring out if this is a short-term problem or it's going to be a long-term problem, and doing something about it. And hopefully you all take advantage of doing something about it, because I think it's just a good way to go, being healthy. I didn't say stop partying. I'm still going to drink beer. Maybe I'll, get a policy to get my liver changed or something, whatever. But, the one thing I don't want to do is die from just poor choices of eating, and obviously I've been doing that for a long time and didn't realize that the food supply in the United States is really poisonous to your system. On that note, I hope everybody has a very safe holiday this weekend. Oh yeah, a little beer burp there. And you stay out of the sun, because it's fucking, excuse my French, hot as hell here. And it's going to be 100 degrees the next 3 days. It's already 97 degrees, humidity 105, man. It's brutal out there, I'm telling you. Y'all stay safe, stay tuned, leave those comments, smash that bell for future notifications. Every time I put in my comic section is what the video is going to usually be about. So please read that, and of course, like, share, subscribe. That's all I can say. Y'all stay tuned, stay blessed. Tom out of here. Day 11.